Hello and welcome. I hope you're safe and well. I got the cactus flower jacket out today because I haven't had it out in a while and it's looking fabulous. Anyway, so today's exciting episode, we are going to take a look at the sewing challenges, monthly sewing challenges for 2025.
It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket.
So I did have some sewing time today, but instead of sewing, I took this fabric, which I bought some fabrics online, and I wanted this really big watermelon fabric, and they sent me this small watermelon fabric. So I went to the store today and I finally swapped it. So this is the fabulous large, okay, they don't look that different. I should have taken a side-by-side photo before like at the store or something. Anyway, so that's what I did with my day. So we are going to look at the sewing challenges forecast for 2025. This is from Stash Hub, and there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you don't have time to sit and watch, just click on that and you'll see the whole list and you can just quickly scroll through them all. But otherwise, we are going to take a leisurely stroll through the sewing challenges for 2025. So in January, there's the Make 9, where you just think of 9 ideas that will inspire you for the year. It can be 9 fabrics or 9 new techniques or 9 sewing patterns. For me, I've decided to do 9 concepts, and pretty excited about the strawberry jacket actually. So yes, I definitely recommend that one. So you don't actually have to do them. They're just 9 things that will inspire your, well, if you're a sewer or you crochet or knit, whatever, you just pick 9 things that will inspire you for this year. So it's also just great fun to think about all the different type of projects you could do in one year. In February, the sewing challenges, there's 2. One is called Last Sewer Standing. It doesn't have any prizes or anything. You just have to, it's a stash busting challenge, and you join up at Last Sewer Standing from the 14th of February. There's a couple of different categories. The heavyweight category, you challenge yourself to not buy any fabric, any patterns or any haberdashery until the end of 2025. And the last one standing is the winner. There's no prizes or anything, but it's just sort of to keep you on the straight and narrow. And then you're allowed to buy needles and thread, obviously, and that's really all you need to sew. There's also a lightweight category, and which allows you to buy anything except fabric. So if you know you're going to need sewing patterns this year, or you love ribbons and things like that, or elastic, stuff like that. So that's a good one too. Or there's another category and it's just independent. So if you sort of have kids who are in dance or in theatre or whatever, and you always have to buy stuff, then you can have exceptions and things like that. The other sewing challenge for February is Refabulous. So it's sort of just an upcycle challenge, I think. And so you just take garments out of your wardrobe that you don't wear anymore and you just reimagine them. And there's no the stakes aren't very high because you don't wear them anymore anyway. So yeah, you can either, instead of donating them, you can just try and zhuzh them up or something. So I think that's a good one. In March, there are 2. The first one is Sew Yellow for Endo. So endometriosis affects 1 in 10 women. So you raise awareness and you can do this thing where you raise money and you can just sew something yellow. So a blouse, a dress, a jacket, trousers. The other sewing challenge for March is Sew Frugal. And this one, it's kind of, if you have a YouTube channel or you're thinking about starting one, this is a really, really good one. And you sort of sign up ahead of time, and then there's 2 people who organise it, and you get a day, and there's 2 sewing YouTubers each day who make suggestions about Sew Frugal. So you just pick, like, you know how Mood Fabrics has that whole section about free patterns. You just find loads of free patterns and you get like 5 or 6 that are your favorite, and then you do a video about your recommendations. So if you're just starting your sewing YouTube channel and you want to get involved in a community, those are the videos that a lot of people watch. So that will be a good one to look at and work out your way of getting involved with that one. Or you can just make something. It has to be from a pattern that everyone can get for free. So it can't be one that you just go to your local thrift store and, you know, you buy 5, get 5 free or something. It has to be something that's downloadable. So I think that one is a really good idea. Next, we have April. So April Blouse 2024 was really popular. So basically, you just make a shirt or a blouse. Technically, they're the same thing. A shirt is for a male form and a blouse is for a female form. So they can be exactly the same thing. Anyway, so you pick a pattern or you draft your own, and everyone just goes on sewing YouTube and Instagram and they help each other out. So if you've never been able to do collars or a collar stand, April will be the perfect time because everyone is literally, like, so many people did it last year. So maybe that one is the one for you. In May, we have probably the most well-known sewing challenge. It's not really a sewing challenge, it's a styling challenge. It's Me Made May. And there's another one in October, which is basically the same thing, but it's got more of a focus on upcycling your wardrobe. So if you only do one sewing challenge or styling challenge this year, then I would recommend Me Made May. You basically just look at your wardrobe and decide what you need. Like, you can do whatever you want. Some people just take a selfie every single day and post it, and then at the end of the month they like look at their wardrobe and like, oh, I need more skirts, I need more dresses, I need more blouses, or I need more basics because I've got too many patterns. I would never say that. I love pattern clashing. So yeah, usually in May I do a couple of style episodes. I think that one's really fun. In June, we have 3. First is Sew Blood Pressure. So this one, you can make anything, and it's to raise awareness for the risks of having high blood pressure. And last year they had so it's a fundraiser. Last year there were over 30 prizes up for grabs. So it's one of those ones where you make something and at the end of the month you post it on Instagram with the hashtag and how much you raised, and you can win some sewing related prizes. The second one is Sew Fruity, where you sew something with a fruit fabric, or it has some kind of fruit theme. And I could actually finish this vintage cherry print jacket. It's half made, and that's the beading sample there. So I'm going to do it all over sequins. You know my lobster jacket, how it's all completely beaded except for the little lobsters? Well, this one I'm going to bead over all the beige area and just leave the vintage looking little cherry bunches. So maybe that's the one I'll do in June. There's another one from June that they've been doing for years now, and she doesn't have it listed on the Stash Hub thing, but it was listed last year, and no doubt they'll do it again, and that is Sew Recreate the Look. I did the Audrey Hepburn one last year, and yeah, so you basically just think of a movie or a celebrity who wore something fabulous that you love and you want to recreate, and then you just find a pattern that makes it work and the right fabric, and the whole of the month you you sort of make a video. If you've got a sewing challenge or an Instagram account, you sort of say, this is the dress that I'm doing and it's from this movie or from when a celebrity wore this, or someone wore this, and then and then you show the process of finding the pattern, then you show the process of finding the fabric, and then the making process, and then at the end of the month you wear the dress if you want to take photos of yourself. And it's just really, really fun. Audrey Hepburn wore some absolutely gorgeous outfits. So I just went through all the, like Simplicity, Vogue, all those patterns, and found ones that matched dresses that she was wearing in different movies. So I think I'll do that again this year. In July, there is Ankara Appreciation Week. So there's two, they're Black British women sewers, in the UK, and they just have gorgeous Ankara, so that's African wax print collections, and they make up different things. And then again, you take a photo of yourself in your me-made outfit and you post it on Instagram, and there are just like a bazillion images. So yeah, it's just another really, really fun, fabulous one. In August, this one is hilarious. So you don't have to make it in August, but you have to have made something. So it has to be handmade. And then in August, which is like late summer, you go hiking or whatever, and you take a selfie of yourself in your me-made outfit and you post it to Instagram, and it's called Stitching Adventures. So like you go hiking up a mountain in a dress or something. It just makes me think of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. So wear something very fabulous. In September, there are 3 different challenges. The first one is Project Dress a Girl. And last year they made 5,000 dresses that were donated through the challenge. So basically, or you have to see there's quite strict guidelines. Like it has to be woven fabric, it has to be good quality, and it has to be natural fibre, so not poly, and it's so cute. The dress has to have sleeves. It has to be for a girl 12 or under, and it has to have at least one pocket. And then they have these special labels that you have to buy and stitch onto each one as well. And then you send them off to them, and then they send them off to all the different communities. The second one is Spooky September. So the idea is in October there's Halloween, of course, but instead of getting stressed in October and making all the costumes last minute, Spooky September is where you take the whole months of September to actually make the Halloween costumes in your own time. And then the third is Shirtwaist September. So shirtwaist dress, it's like a vintage style dress, or you can do a modern day one. And yeah, it's another one of those Instagram ones where you just tag the right people and you go in the competition, take a selfie, tag the right person, and you go in the competition to win some things. Then in October, we have 2 challenges. So this is the October version of Me Made May. So Upcycle. So you just sort of go through your wardrobe, get out things that you can upcycle, or you go to a thrift store and buy a tablecloth, a curtain, a bedspread, something like that, and you make it into something that you would wear. So, and then you take a photo of it, post it on Instagram. If you don't have to do that, but if you want to be in the running for the prizes, then you do have to do that. And then the second one is Sophisticated. Oh my God, the way they spell this, I have so much trouble spelling out the word. Anyway, you make a classy dress or something you would wear to like cocktails or whatever, and then you go somewhere fancy and have afternoon tea or something. And yeah, again, just take photos of yourself and post them with the hashtag, and you can be either running to win a prize. Then in November, we are on the home straight here. The really, really popular one in November is A Gift to November. It's super huge in the UK. And you basically, if you're hand making gifts, like a lot of people make a top, like matching ugly Christmas sweaters for their family members, and you do that all in November, or matching pajamas, or the Christmas stockings that you hang on in front of the chimney. Also, people made Christmas decorations, or they made handmade presents for people. I don't know, that making handmade presents takes a lot of time, and not a whole lot of people appreciate getting something handmade. So, but each their own. And then in December, we have one that's boring but necessary. It's Winter of Care and Repair. So it's just mending things. But there's also the other really, really big challenge, which is Vlogmas, where you make one video a day. And that's probably that's the one that I do. It's fun, exhausting, but fun. And there we go. That is all the challenges coming up for this year. Which ones are you going to do? Me Made Me is a good one. Vlogmas is a good one. There's loads of them are good. The So Fruity one is good. So as I said, all this information can be found. I got it from Stash Hub. They have a website. The link is below in the description box, or you can get the app. I'm not really an apps person. Well, I'm a writer, so you have to have social media presence so producers can check you out. But apart from that, I don't really use other apps. But this one does look good, and it's got a whole challenges section, which is very cool. Otherwise, you can be a nerd like me and just check out their website. Anyway, that is it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as I said, link in the description box below if you want to follow up on any of these sewing challenges. I just realised I didn't say I'm not sponsored. I feel like that's obvious, but we're supposed to say it anyway. Thank you very much for watching, and happy sewing!